Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. One key thing to watch today will be the battle in the trenches. The Cardinals are top 10 in rush yards allowed, and they're going up against a Seahawks team that will need to figure out how much it can count on the run.
Thank you, Larry. It hosted Super Bowls 42 and 49, and it's University of Phoenix Stadium. That's where we're at in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Johnson, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. And he motions the wide receiver. On 3rd down, Palmer. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the return will stop right around the 25. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll run it with Lacey. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They run it again with Lacey. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing early in this game.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They go play action here on 1st down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 3rd down, here's Lacy. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So not exactly jubilation over on that visiting sideline, but at least a high 5 or 2 for their kicker as he gets them the first points of the night here on the opening drive.
And 3 points are not to be underestimated. You're on the road, under the lights, national TV audience. You want to come out and look good, and that's a good start right there.
Now after the made field goal, Walsh back out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Now Palmer. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short. They elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Lacy. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Again, it's Lacey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's got the rookie, Amara Darbo, complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Lacey gets the handoff from Wilson. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So that scores now in their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Now Palmer to throw. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. On first down, it's Palmer. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On second down, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from grabbing the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that, because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia, and trying to erase this deficit. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. From the shotgun, Wilson. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A Seahawk first down. Wilson to his big target, Graham.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
On first down, Wilson. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now Wilson on second down. It's caught. Lockett. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Wilson will throw again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin the drive with Johnson, and he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And that's how you want to start a sequence defensively. That's what we used to call, partner, hello, glad to meet you. Tagged him for a loss.
Play action. It's Palmer. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. He's had it ever since he entered campus there and still has it today.
Screen play, Johnson. And some room to roam now. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it too.
This is Antonio Andrews, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
From the gun on third down, it's Palmer. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Off the fake to Lacey, here's Wilson. Going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now the big man, this is Andrews. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Play action. Now Palmer. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The throw is Palmer. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll set up the screen to Lacey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read there by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Seahawks on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's John Ryan now, standing just outside his own goal line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Here's John Ryan now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Now it's Peterson. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well,
else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Palmer to Brown, and the Cardinals move the chains. Down carry here for Johnson. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Palmer. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They go play action now. Palmer. He's going deep for Brown. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it
And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Robert Kindici in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
This Cardinals pass rush in 2016 got home 48 times. That's a pretty good number.
A very good number, led the league. Is it just because the dudes that they had, or the scheme, or both, or what?
It's always the dudes first, but their scheme, attacking, pressure, they'll continue to pile up the sacks.
Play action. It's Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now Wilson on 1st down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyron Branch. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another OSCE, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. OSCE tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the OSCE, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
First and goal, they'll look to smash it in. Maybe a quarterback sneak here. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Lacey will try again. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now, and he's accounted for all 9 of their points thus far.
And he's definitely keeping them afloat. But we say it so often, field goals are not going to win you games in the National Football League. They've got to find ways to start capitalizing when they get down near the red zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before. Almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Throwing again. Palmer. And now this one's intercepted. A 3rd interception for Palmer. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They'll try to get the offense going with Lacey. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd down, Lacey. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. The busy night continues for Lacey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So out comes the field goal team once more. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So another drive bogs down there, but for the 4th time here, they're able to escape with at least 3 points.
And this last one gives them the lead, so they've needed all of these field goals to be in the position they are.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They go play action with Palmer. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Terry.
3rd and 2. Now Palmer. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run. This is Lacey. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. To throw is Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dayon Buchanan. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. They'll run. This is Lacey. to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Palmer. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 1st down, it's Palmer. Underneath for Johnson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Throwing is Palmer. Screenplay, Johnson. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard, right around the 31.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, Palmer caught by Nelson left side. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 23 yards on the play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Palmer gives to Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Let go. Let go. Hey. Let go. Four down. Check.
To throw on second down. Palmer. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. On third down, Palmer. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Cherry.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyvon Branch. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. So after the interception, here's Palmer. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Second and 10. It's Palmer again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Palmer gets him set. Third and long for the Cardinals after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. Throw left side complete. It's Nelson. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. And Palmer gives to Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Palmer. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Cardinals on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Palmer. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Michael Bannon in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They begin the drive with Lacey. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Now a 20th carry of the game for Lacey. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson. This complete to Lockett. Fights him off. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Throw on first down with Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, snip it out, and finish it off.
Lacey. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Now Lacey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. On the ground, this is Lacey. And an alley to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 22 and a first down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll hand it off. Lacey. And a short gain here down to the 22. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff. Here's Lacey. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Wilson to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that's going to up the lead to 15-10. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Second down following the run. They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere. Yeah,
and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow, I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up fourth down. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Wilson wants to throw it. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Seahawks, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.